Look. She like staring at me. And yeah, welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program. I'm with this. So you see, when I talk about the use of Caucasian women in the manner in which they are using them, and only a particular way and a particular manner that they'll do. Oh, here's the USA. He got the shirt with the USA on it. See, when I talk about how they mask their targeting, usually they'll do the American flag, right? But now they're doing the dude over here with the USA sweater on, right? That's what they do. Come on, let's go. Come on, I'm walking with a cane. There's no reason why you should be walking behind me, okay? Let's go. Come on, walk in front of me. Walk this side, the other side. The other side. Thank you. Come on. I'm not walking fast. I can't walk fast, right? You should not be walking behind me. And get your finger out of your ear. Get your finger out of your ear. Okay. You're going to school. It's interesting. Your mother didn't tell me about your ear hurting. Come on, let's go. Let's go. No, she didn't say nothing to me at all. Look, as I'm passing behind the gray vehicle near the apartment using the siren. Listen, it's headphones. I have headphones on, I'm listening to music in at a low volume, but I can hear them. All right, so listen with headphones, turn the volume up, and you'll hear exactly what I'm talking about. So how they're illegally tracking me. And look at that, who they got standing inside the school. And I talk about the whole setup, orchestrated. Right, this is what they do. This is, yeah, the siren's not yet. When I call them out on their bullshit, this is what they do. Oh, what are you pointing at me for? I love it. I love it. Come on, let's go. All right, have a good day. Go ahead, go. Have a good day. Love you. You hear that? I was talking about the last one, right? What do I say? This is the last one. You know, because I haven't played Fortnite in so long that they send the perps stand up in front of the school. This is the last one. You know, I think I did a video on that too, explaining what it is and how they do these things, right? It's hilarious. I keep telling them anytime, motherfuckers. Anytime. DMX say, what, bring it. I'm right here. I ain't going anywhere. Because I want to face them. You know, I want to face them. Because like I said, I'm going to take everything from them. Everything from them. And the fact that they try to villainize me and use so many people to engage in targeting, right? We'll see. Like I said, I'm always going to win. Because I'm not about lying. I'm not about deceiving. I'm not about manipulation. I'm not about, you know, the destructive behavior that these people engage in. So, oh yeah, I'm going to always win. And the reason why I record, again, is to show you guys, right, coercive persuasion programming, cognitive warfare, right, to cover they trying to cover the fact that they illegally microchip me and trying to hide it. But let's see how honest they are, right? Because they're not going to be honest. They're not going to tell you the truth. Right? We talk about secrecy, secret societies. Well, the government engaged in secrecy at the most criminal, highest criminal level. Yeah. At the most highest criminal level. All right? And like I tell them, I have no problem recording their ass and exposing them. Noise campaign, that's all that is. Noise attack. Right? See the red, 1, 2, 3. Guy in the red hat, first in the red coat and the red vehicle right there. Behind, right there. So yeah. Okay? That's hilarious. They was like, this is the last one. It's funny, man. It is hilarious. All right? You guys see all these Caucasian women now. You know, I thought black people were the only one they say this is unemployed, right? I don't have a job. You know, they're talking to me today, all this, you know, using Caucasian women in the New York Predator Department. And like I tell you, they'll microchip you and then try to get away with it. Oh, finally, look at that. KHA 3223. See what I say? What do I say, right? Because, and the reason why I can explain this so well and break it down so well is because, again, observation, research has helped me expose what it is that they're doing and what it is they have done. Right? And like I said, how many more? How many more? When people begin to really wake up and realize what's going on, like I told them, that repercussion going to be swift. Okay? When people realize the harm that they've done to their children because of these liars, these manipulators, right, who they have allowed their children to be programmed and weaponized, right, not understanding how damaging these sort of condition is to their children. But, you know, like I said, belief is something that they use because human beings have a strong inclination to want to believe things. That's why religion is used. Not for the betterment of society, but for the betterment of the few. To control the majority of people within the society to accept the crimes being committed against them. To accept the situation that is created by those in position of power, those who have money, the elites, and their lack of humanity and empathy. Yeah, hear that? Your President Obama using the sirens? Yes, these are the elites. And so if you are a successful person, they are going to change your personality, right? Because they don't want you to be an example, a good example of a person who is wealthy and who believe in social responsibility for the country, nation, or society that you live in, right? I mean, imagine, think about this. These billionaires will give billions of dollars to fund the arts or to fund, you know, certain things that really do not make a positive influence in people's lives, right? So they fund the arts because they want to be amongst each other, keying it up, look, AX 62232. Right? Got a ticket on there too. Look at that. As I say, you got a ticket on there too, New York Police Department. And again, hijacking my consciousness to look at the latex gloves, the black latex gloves, using their sirens. Anyhow, right? They don't want that. Again, it's to create a separation within people so they can profit, so they can control. That's why they don't properly educate you. When you look at China and you see how educated Chinese people are and Chinese children are, it's unbelievable, right? Matter of fact, you look at, you know, certain nations of the West who have exceeded in terms of how the society has become. You know, China, you go to China, you're like, you're living in the future, right? Where the government, even though it's a communist government, it incorporates some positive aspect of capitalism, but it also keeps a check on the billionaire class, the millionaire class, so that they don't exploit their workers. And even in, I was watching videos of there's a YouTuber, and she goes around and she shows you the standard of living. So even in low income areas, right, they still make things affordable: clothing, shelter, food. These are the three most important areas, right? Also education. So their children get educated for free. And it's a high level education, right? You guys see the videos of Chinese children, actually doing things to teach them life skills in the classroom. So how is it that our education system has been failing? And again, that's because of the billionaire class. They want to take away public education because they want to be the only one with the knowledge and the skills, right? And you and I, look, 532. Now you start to see the number 32 showing up in front of the bus. Is that number right there? I told you guys I'm gonna call it out, right? Because I ain't gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't see all the number 32 in there, I'll call it out, right? But yeah, this is, again, you got to realize what's going on, right? Now, there was an article about New York City, Mayor Mondani, dedicating a couple $2 billion to education, public education. And, the newspaper was like, well, we've been down this road before. Yeah, we've been down this road before with different mayors who, I gotta say one thing, Mayor Dinkins, and even though I didn't like the dude, but what's the billionaire that used to be mayor? Anyway, I can't remember his name. But when it comes to education, those were the two best mayor in terms of pushing education, public education, and having, allocating the funds. But, again, what they don't want to address is the importance of black male teachers. They don't want to address that, right? So I don't care how much money you're throwing at the system, right? If the facts tell you that having black male teachers is a significant part of black children doing good, even when they are raised in household with mothers as the only parent in the house, that these children do at least 30% better in terms of doing homework, in terms of exam scores increase, and so forth and so forth. But again, it is something that they won't talk about, right? It is something that they will not talk about. Why is that? You see, but again, they will bury the research so that you don't know, right? Just as how the government buried the Kerner Commission report and its suggestion to create, racial equality in this nation. So it's something that they were never truly interested in. But it's to get you to believe, Negropeans. That's why the Democrats are there for. That's why 97 or 96% of black women vote Democrat, right? But yet, black women have the highest level of the pesticide Roundup in their bloodstream, right? Why is that? I was thinking, a couple of days ago, I said, particularly with Pam, like whenever she sees a roach, she's like empty out a damn can of roach spray. And I keep telling her, I said, listen, that is too much. And then she doesn't even clean it up. She just leaves it there. So you got the kids who walk in there, and I keep telling them, I said, whenever you guys take a cup or glass or plate out of the dish rack, you need to wash it before you even put any food on it, right? Look, sticking the finger in the ears. But like I tell them, it's hilarious. Doesn't matter what they do, they will be exposed. But yeah, right? So I'm like, you know what? It might be because of the roaches, the roach sprays. Because if the way how she acts, when she sees a roach and spray, she's like spraying every damn way. It doesn't matter. And I just said, you know that stuff is poison, right? It's poison for you, and it's poison for your children, and it's poison for me also when you use so much of it when we're around. So I walk in the house, and the whole house will smell like roach spray. You know? And I keep telling her, I say, if you don't want any roaches, clean up your damn house. But that's the furthest thing from her mind. That she would not do it. She would not do it because, again, she is, you know, totally oblivious to that fact. And I keep telling her, I said, you know, if you want your children to start doing better, you need to clean up your house, okay? Because it is, you know, your house, look. Your house, the way it is not good for their mental health. It's not even good for my mental health. And that's why I used to clean it all the time. But if I can't tell you stop putting, if I clean, and if I can't tell you stop walking in this living room with your shoes on, and now, you know, the kids walk in the living room with their bare feet, and at the end of the night, you know, if they don't take a bath, I gotta tell them to go wash their feet. All right, particularly on the weekend if I'm there. Before y'all go to bed, go wash your feet. Do not go to bed with dirty feet. You know, but she don't care because, you know, she go to sleep with dirty feet. You know what I'm saying? Red vehicle. Right? So this is what they do. This is what they do. Watch the hand movement. Like I keep saying, watch the hand movement. Watch the hand movement. Watch the hand movement. See, she do it from afar. And when I talk about how they are trained to do things at a distance because they are trained in how my phone, the camera on the phone, will not be able to identify them on what it is that they're doing. So she might still walk past me, right? But you'll see that she stops doing the hand signal. You know what I'm saying? All right, a coordinated attack. So to do it in the vehicle right here, FL42 something, whatever. I can't recognize it. Oh yeah. UPS guy sure is. Yo, that's you? How's it going, man? Right. Good. Yeah, so now they'll go back to staring at their feet, particularly because they're wearing black shoes. All right? So, I talk about the many ways that they use color, right? Particularly the color black, the color red, the color gray. All right, the three primary color that they would use in my targeting. And, you know, the shades also. Let's talk about the shades of red and the shades of gray, right? So, yeah. You can tell when my purpose is greater than theirs, and they just can't understand it. All right? You know, they want to keep targeting you so you can become afraid and not say anything, because they don't want you to speak about what it is that they've done to you. See, they want to be the one to tell the narrative, their narrative, right? And that narrative is always going to be something that's going to work against you. Their lies, their manipulation. They're not going to talk about how they engage in illegal drugging, poisoning, those things, right? Harassment, right? And again, my video proves it, right? So they understand that they're not dealing with a person who is going to become silent based on their lies and manipulation. They understand now that they're dealing with a person who, right, there you go. They understand that they're dealing with a person that they shouldn't fuck with. They understand that. And I'm gonna always When you always winning, see, they think winning means that, oh, you got money and you got a nice house, a nice car. Yeah, that's part of winning too. But also winning is too, when people are engaged to attack your character, when they engage in covert operation to destroy you, right? And you recognize that attack, and you fight back against that attack, when they try to condition you in a certain way, and they try to make you feel like every time you're about to do something good, that, they're going to try to set you up, anything like that, go ahead. Go ahead, right? As you guys see, I still continue to do what I'm doing, and they'll do everything to deter you because, they got to keep up their lie, right? They got to engage in trying to manipulate you to feed their narrative, right? And like I said, I don't play that game with them anymore. When you realize that this is a technological, psychological process that's being done to you, for me, my only option is to expose it. All right, not just for me, but also for society. Because I always say this is bigger than me. What happened to the next person, right? And the next person. I mean, how many others are suffering in silence because they're too afraid to speak up and speak out about what is being done to them, huh? Well, I will be their voice over. Anyhow, talk to you guys in the next video.